Yeah.
Like in my, you know, I've worked with Rach a ton. So I'm biased to, but it was like the women's for so long was like, is Rach going to get first or second? It was like maybe Sabrina Jeannier or Tracy Mosley will beat Rach, but it was like Rach could just like tumble down the hill and still get a podium. And I don't think that's the case now. And it's cool to see, like how competitive the women's field is, because it certainly wasn't always like that.
Definitely. I remember there used to be a big time difference between like the podium, or even
exactly.
within
like,
the podium
totally, dude.
Yeah.
And man, Rach is like winning that first race is I sent her a text, and I don't think I've ever been as happy for seeing a friend win a race as when I saw Rach win that first race. It was just like blew my mind.
Oh, it was unreal, wasn't it?
It was, and it's like, it's amazing. It's really cool. And it's cool to see how much like, I've lived in Bend, Oregon for the last 5 years. And prior to moving to Bend, I had like 15 years. I was so focused on filming and kind of ticking off goals and doing all these projects that there was like from 20 to say early 30s, I'd ride once a year, dude. Yeah. Didn't own a bike, didn't care about it, didn't give a shit about fucking new products, blah, blah, blah. But so now, and so when I moved up to Bend, I've been riding a ton, like pretty much every day that I'm home, I'll ride the Mount Bachelor Bike Park. And it's amazing to see how many women are riding it and how many are inspired by Rach. She really is like a legend, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's completely different if you think of
like I almost teared up, put it that way.
Yeah.
And I never would. I had a very strong emotional attachment to seeing Rach win that race for some reason. I did not think I would care as much as I did.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah.
No, it was just amazing because you know as well, I guess you know her super well, but I can just imagine what doubt would go through your head coming into it, and after being so successful and dominant for so long, and then coming into it is such a big deal, and almost to not do well would have been it would have been really hard, I think, for her. It's
almost like now that she's won it, it's like she's just like, what do I do now? Like I can imagine for Rach, if she didn't win and maybe had a shit result, it would have been a lot easier to.
Yeah.
But now it's like she's like a victim of her own success. Rach she is a racer, dude. It's like Manar, you know, these racers that can just. I'm so impressed by how they can tone everything out and do their job. I wish I had that ability.
So what's the difference between a really, really good fast rider and a really, really good fast racer?
Their head. All these people that race World Cups are amazing bike riders, but it's the ones that can focus and can get the job done that, you know, I don't know.
I wonder what difference it is on track, you know? Like what actually is the difference physically on track to having this superhuman race head? Like how it makes, just in those I know we're talking about like the tiniest little changes. I mean, we're talking about the smallest margins, what it is that you're changing when it comes into a race run.
I think they have so much, it's just experience, you know, like it's like they've taught themselves when the beeps go to elevate themselves to a new level that I don't think in any other environment they need pressure to get to that next level. G was really like that too. They would just, I learned so much working with the Athertons on how to work with athletes and seeing an athlete's process that I've been able to take to shooting athletes that are these megastar athletes. And it's, like documentary filmmaking is all about access and a subject being comfortable with you having a big camera around them. They've just, man, like Greg and Rach have just, they need pressure to elevate themselves. And I think maybe I'm like that too. Like I'm a classic example of like, I cannot finish something unless I have a deadline. Like I will fight till the end of death to not release it. Like Bren with Death Grip 2 teaser, there's 24 versions. And Bren was like the 7th version. He's like, this is the best thing ever. And I'm like, no, it's not. We can make it better. And that's a blessing and a curse, you know, like my work is never finished.
Yeah.
In my eyes.
Did you enjoy this clip? If so, please like and subscribe. The full episode is available by hitting one of the links on the screen right now, or type The Ride Companion into your favourite podcast app. We've even put links in the show description for you. Cheers!